Hey guys and gals, A here. Welcome to another episode of EDCQ. So today we are talking tool pouch. So if you want to know what is in my VanQuest tool pouch, come on back because here we go. All right, guys and gals. So I like to keep a tool pouch built and ready to go. And if I'm running somewhere that I think I might need to bust out the tools and help fix a problem, or if I am going somewhere to fix a problem, this thing comes with me. Obviously, having a tool bag, like we have a backpack style tool bag loaded out, that is much more capable and makes things easier. But if this is what you have on you and you need to fix something, you can accomplish a lot of things with a pouch like this. Now to start off with, I put this in a VanQuest pouch. I wanted something heavy duty that was going to hold up to what I had in it, because this has weight to it. This has a lot of weight. So I wanted a pouch that would hold up to that, as well as to the abuse this is going to be thrown through. Frequently this gets carried by the pull handle with all the weight on it. It gets tossed in the back of my truck, and then when I get where I'm going, I grab it again, carry it to wherever I'm working. You know, it gets tossed down, unzipped, thrown open, and it has held up like a champ so far. Highly recommend VanQuest products. I will have a link below to this one. I just got it in the wolf gray color. But it's not about the pouch. Check it out, they're awesome. I have other ones for other kits as well, but it's about what is inside. So to start out with, you can see a pocket clip sitting right here, and that houses that'll come out, my Milwaukee Fastback. This is a quintessential item that a lot of people have, and they have it because it works. So you can literally just fling open your box cutter. In this particular model, it does not have storage for extra blades. If that's something you want, there are models that do have extra blades, but as you could tell, it flips open, flips closed. So hard to beat the fast deploy of that. And on top of that, if this is the tool you have on you, you do have a bit driver, and this houses standard bits. So it's got a double-sided bit right here. This is a flat and a Phillips, but you can use whatever bits you have, lock into place, go ahead and access whatever screw it is or whatever it is you need to do. And then it does indeed have a liner lock, which is very cool. Now you can also use it in the 90-degree position. There is no liner lock, there is a detent, but still pretty nice. And with the blade, even though it doesn't have extra storage in the device itself, you can obviously reverse the blade, so get at least one clean edge on you. And I don't believe I did, but perhaps throw in some blades, maybe even right here in this front pouch would be a great idea. So I might actually add that when we're done. Go ahead and add a few extra blades in a container right here to the front, provided they don't fall out. If they do want to fall out, then they can definitely go inside of the bag. But so quick access on the outside, Milwaukee Fastback, rock and roll with that. Now let's open this puppy up and get inside. So we got a new camera set up, which means you guys can see what I'm doing on the table, which I find very cool. Haven't had that before, so I get to bring you along in with me. Instead of just showing you what is in it, you get to see how it is in it. So let me know what you think of the new setup. Change the office around and got a nice view. So you can't get a really close-in view here of what I have, but you can see how it's laid out as I bring it out to show you. So we will start with this side and work our way across. So over here on the end, I have the Milwaukee ink Sol. These are a permanent marker. This is a fine point in black, as the cap shows. And I just find this to be an awesome permanent marker. Writes on a lot of stuff. And if you need to mark something, take notes, whatever the case is, this should help you out. And then next to that, I actually have, this is the driver, the ratcheting driver from a icon set from Harbor Freight. So I've got a little ratcheting driver here, and you can pop your bit in, and when you use it, it does have the ratcheting effect for unlocking and locking, which is very cool. Now you have a button right there, and when you push that button, it allows you to alter what angle you are at, which is excellent for getting into tight spaces. Now you have this extension, which you can just put a bit in and drive that way. You can also extend your ratchet, or you can place it into here, and now you have a 90-degree ratchet, which is very cool. So in this small little setup right here, you get a lot of capabilities. So next to that, I have actually two different wrenches here. So I have a, this is a Irwin vice grip, which you push the button, and let's see if I, come on. There we go. You push a button and it ratchets. And so you can get this into whatever size you need to hold on to, you know, whatever nut or pipe you're trying to move. And then I've just got a pair of channel locks, which are excellent products. And so between the two, you know, sometimes having one is great. You know, having one gives you utility and the ability to do things. But sometimes when you want to take something apart, you have to hold the other item on the other side, you know, whether it's a nut and a bolt, and you need to hold both. So having two gives you the ability to grip on the other side and turn to loosen, you know, whichever way you need to do it. So I just find better to have two than not, and I've got two different ones, so if I only need one, I can definitely make the choice on which one works better for the situation. Channel locks, can't go wrong with them, they're great. Irwin vice grips, also awesome. So some great utility right there. And then I have a pen. This is blue ink, but just a little cheapo uniball pen. That takes care of all the elastic straps here. In the pocket behind, I have some zip ties. Now when you're helping someone out, repairing something or fixing something on the go, zip ties are amazing. They hold things out of the way, they hold them where they're supposed to be. Absolutely indispensable. So those come with me. They don't take up much space, but they can get used for a ton of different things. So now we'll hop over to this side, and we will get to the big piece later. We'll start out with this. So this is a Craftsman. This is actually 9 feet. I don't know if that number's coming in, but that is 9 feet of tape measure, and it is, you know, metal tape measure. You got the slide button to lock it into place. So pretty good. And it is magnetic, so I can stick it onto something that is magnetic, or that is metal. But I want a larger one. So I would really like to get a 12-foot one in here, but I want small in size. And of course, gotta have your bottle opener on your tape measure. But I want a 12-foot one, but something in a similar size to this, or even smaller, but still have, you know, decent width on the tape measure. I started out with this Stanley Fat Max, and this works really well, but it's only 6 feet. And so when I saw the Craftsman, it is a little larger in frame and about the same thickness, so Craftsman got the nod for the extra 3 feet. But if you know of one that is a nice compact size that still has a decent width of a tape measure that comes in more than 9 feet, let me know, because I would like to include that. So far, that's the best option I have found. Now, we will get into the piece de resistance, the thing that makes this kit. This is the Wera Tool Check Plus, and this thing is awesome. So you get a few different things here, and I can show you what those are. So a standard, you know, little driver, and you've got bits that come in here, and you know, you take your bit, pop it in, and you have a driver. Now, if you need a little more reach, you do have an extension. And so the extension can pop on, and now you have a little longer of a driver. And with this end right here, you take your bit and you push it in, and you are ready to go. But if you see, it has a collar here. When you push the collar up, that bit will release and you can take it out. But when that collar is down, that bit is locked in. I pulled out the extension before I pulled out the bit. So a very neat little system there to hold the bit, and it hasn't failed on me yet. And then the extension here can also go onto the other piece that we have, which is another little ratcheting driver like what I showed you earlier. So this piece can pop on, and you can again put your bit in and use it, or you can just put your bit into the ratcheting driver here itself. But we also have this cool little attachment here, and this allows us to use sockets. So we have a little attachment here, and we have sockets, and so you're ready to rock and roll with that. So you have all sorts of bits here. You've got flathead, Phillips head, star bits, all kinds of stuff, security bits, which is very cool. And then on top of that, you have an attachment so that you can use your sockets. And when you purchase this set, you either purchase it in standard or metric, and SAE or metric. And so what I did was I wanted to make sure I had both sets. So I got this little set on Amazon of metrics here. So now I have, or standards. So now I have both sets of bits, and these have just the little quarter inch back, the standard hex bit. And so I can use this in here without the attachment. And so I go up to 13.5 inch. So I'm ready to rock and roll with any size of nut that I can find that is below, 13.5 inch. But right here in this little setup, I have a screwdriver with extension. I have a ratcheting driver with extension. I have standard and metric sockets, and then I have a wide assortment of bits. So this right here helps me accomplish 90%, if not more, of what I'm trying to do when I'm out and about. So that is absolutely incredible in my opinion, and it packs away so easily. Your little driver pops in right there, and your extension slides in on the end, and there you go, packed away. 2 drivers, an extension, an assortment of bits, and you're ready to tackle most jobs you need. And then here in the bottom, I have one last item. It comes with a little keeper that I don't use, but my last item here is a notebook. So if I need to make notes, if I need to mark something down so I don't forget it, or a distance or whatever it is, I have this ready to go. Also, what I use it for more than anything is if we're working on a project and we need to go get something from the hardware store, or we need, we're building something and we need to know, what size and pieces of wood we need or whatever, that gets written in here with the pen or the permanent marker, and I'm ready to rock and roll with that, so I can go to the store and know exactly what I need. We're not having to remember it or whatever. Yeah, you can use your phone, but there's something about having a notepad to write something down, write down a list of what you need for a project or whatever it is. So to me, that gets a space in my pack. So there you go, guys. That is a empty VanQuest container and ready to house all these tools. What am I missing? What would you add in your toolkit? Definitely comment below and let me know. Basically, this is a case of if I'm out and about and using this item for something, for someone, for fixing something, if I needed something and I didn't have it, it gets added. It's actually how this pair of channel locks got added. I needed a second wrench to grip something, pliers, and so I got one. So that was a learning progress. I used, I had one set and I used them, but a second set would have come in very handy. So I got it and it went in the kit. So that's how I've been adding things to the kit, but maybe you know of something that is that is indispensable for a toolkit, definitely let me know what that is. And thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I appreciate you watching the video. I will never ask you to like or subscribe. You do you. But I would appreciate it if you did comment below. Let me know what you think of the kit and what you would add. And I'll be back with new content soon. Thanks, guys. And remember, EDC, EDC.